working in the spirit of Texas. From WFAA TV, this is the News 8 Update.
A dangerously cold night in North Texas. Temperatures are expected to drop into single digits, reaching lows not felt here in many years. Good evening. This Arctic blast that blew in the past 72 hours is dropping us into the deep freeze tonight. By daybreak, we could see some record lows for North Texas. For just how low? Let's turn to Mark Mathis in the Weather Center early. Mark?
Well, extremely cold, and for this date, it will be the coldest night since 1912. It's going to be pretty cold tonight, folks, so bring in the tender vegetation and make sure your animals have plenty of warmth, or bring them in as well. What's causing all the cold weather? Well, we have this Canadian high moving down, strong northerly winds, cloud cover pretty much blanketing portions of South Texas and Central Texas and also West Texas. Not us. Therefore, you lose the clouds, the heat begins to rise, and the colder temperatures begin to move in here. It's already cold. Here's what it feels like outside: 21 for in Oklahoma and 5 in Amarillo. How cold it feels, though. Here's how cold we feel. We're down into the almost into the negative numbers, and we will get into the negative numbers before the night is over, but a warm-up coming, and we'll talk about that.
We will definitely stick around for that if it's going to warm up. Thanks very much. This extremely cold weather in North Texas tonight can threaten the life of anyone outside too long. Channel 8's Heather Ishimaro is in downtown Dallas with more on what people are doing to cope. Heather.
Brad, well, we're here in the back parking lot of WFAA, where we thought we had a spectacular example of what this area has been through over the last couple of days. These icicles are evidence of what's been happening here with the precipitation coming and staying, and then today it got so nice and sunny and warm, and just when you thought you were out of the worst, boom, it gets cold again, and you have these icicles, a whole row of them down here. We thought it was also a good example, these icicles, of what the winter weather is about. While it's really awesome, spectacular to look at, there's something about these that's rather threatening. The key seems to be prepared, whether it's on your person or for your home, your pets, your pipes, that kind of thing. But for many who live on the streets, they have to rely on others to be prepared for them. The Day Resource Center homeless shelter is not normally open overnight, but the extreme cold is an emergency. Warmth is a lifesaver for those who make it in.
I don't know how many hours people have been out here before they finally come in.
Man, we'd love to have you because it's going to be cold again.
Church ministries and police started during daylight hours to get reluctant homeless people inside. 5 homeless men died from the cold this winter.
The more I see a familiar face come in, that's one less you worry about.
In Deep Ellum, the youthful crowd was going out, but in order for them to play inside, somebody had to work outside. To Cabo, Georgia's shift is from 6 to midnight. Aren't you freezing?
Yeah, I'm freezing, so I have to do it anyway.
And for those only on the street for the stroll from car to bar, warm clothes were not as important as fashion.
Well, it matches my outfit. I mean, what else am I supposed to wear with these? I mean, cable knits?
For those minding the house, the hardware store was a must for heaters, weather stripping, and insulation, if supplies aren't already gone. Rick Wadsworth is worried his hydrants might crack in the cold.
I've had it in mind for a month or so that I needed to get some of these covers for my hydrant, and I hadn't done it. So we decided to come in today and get it done.
Now, so far, the power companies and utilities report no problems with keeping up with the near-record demand, but of course, I want to remind you to make sure to do those common-sense things like leaving your faucets dripping, and hopefully, well, maybe sadly and hopefully, we won't be seeing too many more of these kinds of winter sights. Reporting live in downtown Dallas, Heather Ishimaro. Brad, back to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Heather. We'll check back in a few minutes. The snow and ice stretched deep into Texas. Austin saw its first snowfall for the first time in 10 years. Traffic practically crawled on the major highways as motorists maneuvered on the slippery streets. Winter has a firm grip on much of the nation. Well, they always say that the darkest hour is before dawn. So remember what you feel like tonight, and then remember what you're going to feel like on Wednesday or Tuesday, right?
Exactly right. And you had a good one earlier. You know, when spring comes, or when winter comes, you know,
Spring can be far behind.
Spring can be far behind. Anyway, something like that. Yeah, it is going to get very cold tonight, folks. Record-breaking cold temperatures. But before we go to a break, some cancellations and closings for tomorrow. Well, a cold Canadian high-pressure system is beginning to move over North Texas, and it looks like we are going to get down into the single digits tonight. Some places could get as cold as around 5 degrees, so some record cold temperatures are definitely moving into North Texas. Now, what's causing all of this? 40 pictures over the last 24 hours indicate the cloud cover is moving to the east of us. We are seeing some cloud cover develop through portions of West Texas, Central Texas, and also South Texas. Fairly warm conditions. They're still going to be cold in South Texas, but not as cold as what we are going to get tonight. Once again, 8 degrees, 7 degrees for an overnight low. High pressure sits just to the north of us, and with the clockwise flow, we're still getting the northerly winds. What's going to happen over the next couple of days is high pressure will slowly drift to the east, the winds will return to the south, and by Wednesday, we're in the 70s. Can you believe that? We're in the 70s by Wednesday, but not tonight. Here's what the temperatures feel like. 19 outside right now, 2 in Oklahoma City, 2 in Amarillo, 22 in Midland, Odessa, but here's how cold we feel. We're at -1 at DFW Airport, -1 in Oklahoma City, -10 is what it feels like in Amarillo, but 23 is what it feels like in Houston. We'll take a little bit local angle at this and see exactly what the temperatures are. Grand Prairie reporting 23, Denton reporting 17, and Fort Worth is reporting 18. But here's what it feels like once again. Grand Prairie 9, Addison 4, Denton 4, and Fort Worth at 1. But nevertheless, with the strong northerly winds, all of the reporting stations will get down into the negative numbers as far as wind chills are concerned. Currently outside, 19 degrees is the current temperature, the wind chill at -1. Humidity at 63%. The pressure is rising. The winds are still out of the north at 12 miles per hour. The high temperature today only got up to 27 degrees. The overnight low was 14. That tied a record set back in 1984 and in 1996. And here was the record high set back in 1911. The rest of the nation this evening, we are seeing some showers and thunderstorms and a new storm system entering the Pacific Northwest. High pressure pretty much dominates the middle section of the country. Very cold Arctic conditions throughout the entire country. This storm system should be the next one that really moves just to the north of us. Don't think it's going to move all the way down into North Texas. The frontal system has already pushed through portions of South Florida. Cold readings down there again tonight. Some lingering snow in the northeast. But once again, the big story is the very cold Arctic conditions that are penetrating through portions of the northern tier states. -21 is the current temperature. That's the actual temperature, folks, in North Dakota. -12 in Chicago. We're still reporting 19, 17 in Boston, 18 in Washington, D.C., 59 degrees in South Florida, which is cold for them, 15 in Atlanta, but 59 degrees in Phoenix, 57 in San Francisco. Here's our forecast, folks, and I think you're going to like it if you just kind of delete tonight and tomorrow. Partly cloudy on Monday and 55, Tuesday mostly sunny and 68, Wednesday mostly sunny and 73. How about that? Thursday mostly sunny and 73, but I skipped tonight and tomorrow, but we'll go over it one more time. Tonight, clear skies with an overnight low of 7. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and 35, but once again, the winds return to the south tomorrow, and that is good news.
That's good news and almost unbelievable, but hey, we'll take it.
I know. I mean, what's that, about almost a 60-point jump, 60-degree jump.
We'll take it, and it's in the right direction.
That's exactly right.
Thanks. Today's winter weather did provide some rare moments for those who could enjoy it. Channel 8's Brett Chip went out to see what people were doing to have fun.
Much of North Texas woke to a fresh coat of snow and a new round of traffic problems on all but the interstates. Secondary streets, even major arterials, sported a dangerous glaze of ice. Some motorists found out the hard way. Still others were perhaps a little too eager to put the harsh weather behind them.
Can I ask you a dumb question?
Yeah.
What's going to happen when you get back out on the street?
It's going to get dirty again.
Where it got really dirty was down in the middle of this street, where city crews rushed to repair a growing number of broken water mains. The intoxicating beauty of a rare winter white left behind a hangover of mud and slush. But it wasn't hard to find folks turning ice cubes into ice cream. In this city park, people slid as far as their ingenuity would take them.
Actually, this is leftover from a wood fence we put up from a doghouse, and this is some wire molding from work.
Work pretty good?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going down a baby mattress.
Who but a kid would think of surfing down a hill on a garbage can lid? or using an oriental cooking utensil as a sled.
And we just pick it up and use it.
It works, huh?
Yeah.
That's funny. You slide in a walk. Get it? You're supposed to laugh.
And enjoy it while you can, because it seems the fun never lasts.
The good news is if drivers want to find some ice, they'll have to look hard for it. The bad news is if sledders want to find some more ice, they may have to look hard for it as well. Brett Ship, Channel 8 News.
Before we leave you tonight, let's check in with Channel 8's Heather Ishimaro live one more time on some of those icy streets still out there, Heather.
Well, Brad, yeah, as long as you're in there all comfortable and warm, I'm out here having to do my duty in some cold temperatures. Figure we might have to try to have just a little bit of fun with the winter before it goes away. So I'm going to do a run here on these icicles. Ready? Here we go. Ah. Well, I had a good time. Okay, now, but before we get too far from the point, we want to remind you that along with all this fun, there is the issue of danger with the cold, and winter danger in all its various forms. This street here, the Jefferson Street Viaduct that runs past Channel 8, where we are out here in back of Channel 8, is very clear. It's been well-traveled, well-sanded. It looks perfectly safe. But take a look at this ice that melted off of our roof today. This is real slippery, dangerous stuff. So don't let up too much on those roads if there's even one tiny patch of ice. That could spell really big problems. Brad, back to you.
Okay, thanks very much, Heather, and good reminders. We know it's going to be icy for a while. I am sure glad that the weather's changing, because I am tired of talking about the cold.
Well, you're tired of talking about it.
Yeah,
I think
you're
Pablo,
exhausted.
Troy, and I are real tired of talking about it. But good news. It is going to warm up, and it's going to warm up a lot. It's going to feel like springtime around here by the end of the week, and we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. Stay with us. Well, our overnight low temperature was the coldest temperature in North Texas since 1989, and for this date, it was the coldest temperature since 1912. Our high temperature for today was the warmest temperature since Wednesday. Both of them were well below freezing. 40 pictures over the last 24 hours indicate mostly clear skies through the better half of the day. High pressure has drifted to the east, and with the clockwise flow, we're getting the strong southerly winds. These southerly winds are going to help us out towards the end of the week as temperatures are going to warm up into the mid-70s. Can you believe that? Now, we are seeing some cloud cover through portions of Brownsville. Incidentally, Brownsville was the only part of Texas that was above freezing over the last 24 hours. But these clouds will continue to move to the north, and it looks like we could possibly see a few high clouds in here around midweek. But it looks like it's going to be a great week. A lot of sunshine and temperatures finally warming up. This area of low pressure, though, is producing some snow through the upper elevations of the Rockies, but it will move to the northeast and will not affect us. Temperatures tonight, 24 here, 31 in San Antonio, 30 in Houston, 45 in Brownsville, 28 Midland, Odessa, 28 in Amarillo. But here's how cold it feels. 9 is what it feels like outside. -1 in Oklahoma City, 6 in Amarillo, and 12 is what it feels like in Midland, Odessa. We'll take a little bit more of a local angle of this. At DFW is reporting 24, Denton 23, Grand Prairie 26, and Fort Worth 23. But here are the wind chills of each of those reporting stations. Grand Prairie 15, Addison 10, Fort Worth 7, and Denton at 5. Currently outside, our temperature is 24 degrees. The wind chill at 9, the humidity at 54%. The pressure is falling. The winds are out of the south at 9 miles per hour. The high temperature today was only 29 degrees. The overnight low was 8. And that is a new record for us for this date. The normals are 56 and 34, and then the record high set back in 1973 of 80. The rest of the nation this evening, a pretty mild day through the eastern two-thirds of the country, but we are seeing some snow right now through the upper Midwest, the upper elevations of the Rockies, and some pretty good rain through portions of northern California moving into portions of Nevada. Now, that cold surge has kind of drifted to the east, and Monroe, Louisiana had its coldest temperature in its history. Now, that cold weather will also move into portions of Florida overnight tonight, so expect freezing temperatures there. And, of course, the citrus crop definitely does not need that. Some lingering snow already on the ground, but no more new snow in the northeast. Temperatures now. 1 in Chicago, 11 in Atlanta, 13 in Boston, 43 in Miami. They should get down to right around freezing, and 64 in Phoenix. Our forecast, I think you're going to like it. Clear tonight with an overnight low of 15. Monday, partly cloudy and 49. Tuesday, partly cloudy and 63. Wednesday, partly cloudy and 71. Thursday, mostly sunny and 73. And then on Friday, partly cloudy conditions and 74 degrees. It's going to be a great week to get out and enjoy the sunshine.
And I'm sure a lot of people will. More people I've talked to got cabin fever. Got to get out and do something.
I had it bad.
You can take those single digits and sit on them. We don't want to see them anymore. Thanks very much.